My name is Ethan Fleming, and this is my Sociological Imagination project. First event that really shaped kind of just my family and my life was probably the Vietnam War. My grandfather was a soldier in the Vietnam War. He was Special Forces in the Navy. And this is actually where he got the chance to meet my grandmother through one of his good friends in the war. Without this war, he wouldn't have met my grandmother. But at the same time, there were a lot of troubling things about the war. Obviously, we know that it was a very debated and highly contested war. Veterans were not treated the same when they came back. Sometimes they were spit upon, hated, because not everybody agreed with the moral reasons that we were in Vietnam. And so whenever he came back, it was hard for him to find a job. But fortunately, in my hometown of Hickory, North Carolina, furniture was really big. Furniture is the reason why Hickory, North Carolina was somewhat famous back in the day. A lot of people worked furniture. Hickory wood was obviously popular in this part of the world. And there was a great demand for furniture. However, we know that furniture took a turn for the worse, and the job market seemed to be unstable. A lot of the jobs that people had in furniture moved overseas, and they kind of put a lot of pressure on my family. And so my grandpa and his kids, so my dad kind of grew up poor, and it kind of set the tone a little bit for my family. And some of my extended family, it's been harder to kind of break out of that environment and to start something new. But fast forward to something more recent, probably one of the things that really shaped the most how I feel about diversity in America and about ethnic relations is the Charlotte, North Carolina riot that happened in 2016. This really hit close to home, not only for me, but for a lot of my friends. I grew up in a very diverse place, and I got friends of multiple ethnicities. And riots broke out in Charlotte because of reported police brutality and purported racism. And it was a big deal. And a lot of my friends were affected. I had some friends that didn't stand for the Pledge of Allegiance in the morning because they were kind of fed up with some of the things that they thought were going on in America. And it kind of just changed my view on different ethnicities and how much we should be aware of the different realities that they have and their perceived reality, and how my reality is different from theirs, and how I can be just more open to different thought processes, and maybe even help other ethnicities that feel like they're being not treated equally. And that was just a really big eye-opener for me. And that's probably one of the biggest, if not the biggest, event that's happened in my life that has changed the way I look at diversity in America.